Trevor Liberty.
What's up, dude? I'm here.
How we doing?
You know, I'm great.
This is totally the first take and not the second take of us doing it.
Yeah, we're chilling, man.
We're chilling,
here.
man.
We're here in beautiful Hoboken.
Hoboken.
Yeah.
Took the path.
I like how hobo is in the name.
Yeah, you're a fan of the name.
Yeah, I feel like my neighborhood's more hobo oriented.
Well, can we say where you live on the pod?
No, we can't say where I live. No, I live in a great area, actually. It's up and coming spot. You've been? It's a great spot.
I do.
It's a lovely spot.
Yes, and your place
You would
is
say
great.
that it's like a fantastic place in a great area.
I would.
Yeah, perfect.
And we'll leave it
yeah,
at that.
and we'll take you there, dude. Yeah, it's a great spot. It's a great spot. The house is
Trevor
great.
Liberty,
Yeah.
man.
What's up?
Thanks for coming on,
Dude, thanks for having me. Thanks for having me, man.
We start with compliments on the pod.
Really?
And
Well, I think you're a beautiful person
well,
inside and out.
I know that would be an insane. I give you the compliment.
All right. What you give me a compliment, then I just bash you? Your glasses look ridiculous.
I love how it's.
Is that what you want me to say?
Can you imagine how insane it would be for
Just a
me as a
compliment,
host
bud?
to be like,
Welcome-
all right, we're going to start. You guys are gonna
Welcome
give
to
me
the
a
low
compliment.
point with Matt Pena. First of all, you're beautiful.
Everyone must
we
bend
only
the knee.
give compliments on this pod. That's great.
No, we
Swear
start.
to God,
yeah,
dude,
we
this is
start-
gonna be popping off.
Trevor's got some.
It's
Trevor's
all good.
Still on
We're
call.
chilling. We're chilling.
Trevor's a
We're chilling.
doctor.
We're literally
He's on
fine. I'm a
call.
doctor. It's fine. It's all good.
Someone's just dying.
Someone's
on the
dying.
table.
They don't need me.
and they don't.
They're
need
at
you.
their low point. I'm here to talk about my low
We should
point.
get them on. Can
yes.
we get them on?
Can we
while
get
they're
them
the-
on?
No, you're e-commerce.
Yeah, we don't have to talk.
We don't
about
have to
that.
talk about it, but we'll,
It's a job.
it's a job
leave it at
where
that.
he's on call.
It's a shitty job.
Dude, compliments.
Thank you.
I didn't even say it. You're like, thank
Compliments
you.
to the guest.
Compliments. No, dude, it was really hard to think of one for you. No, I'm just kidding. No, come on. See, I don't like being mean. I can't do mean.
No, you're not. You're too nice of a guy.
I
dude.
can't pull it off, man, because it
You
sounds.
didn't even get through the
Do you know
insult.
that's why I don't want to do roasts. Have you
gotta-
ever done a roast?
I've done two now.
You've done two. Who'd you roast?
I roasted this DC guy named Evie Demi. He
Okay, I don't know him.
he's very funny.
Okay,
I think I should have won it,
sure, but that's normal.
but I lost.
But you lost.
And then Amanda Giles kicked my ass. She
heard about that one.
She wiped the floor with me.
Yeah, that was one
She
I
was
heard
great.
from other people.
Oh,
that she kicked
I love
you
that.
ass.
Love that, dude. That's awesome.
Oh, that's great. That's so
Yeah, I
good.
think I held my own personally, but I feel like it was biased. I feel like it was biased towards. I'm not gonna say it.
Women.
Women, yeah. Misogynist.
No, I was thinking about the compliment I wanted to give you, Trevor, and the one I settled on, because I could say so many. Number one, obviously, it goes without saying, you're so funny. Love watching your act.
Oh, thanks.
But one thing I love, particularly about you, is I think you're a phenomenal storyteller, which is kind of the genre that I'm trying to go into.
Yeah.
And we've talked about before. And we're going to talk a little bit about it on the podcast with your low point and everything. But you kind of also want to go that route.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so too, man. I think you'd be really, really talented at it. And I kind of wanted to also talk about. I don't know if you remember the last time we hung out. You told us the story of when you were in college.
Oh yeah, the
And,
God story.
Yeah, can we talk about that? on
Yeah,
the
we
pod?
can talk about the God story. Do we
Dude,
wanna
this
get
will be an
into it?
example for the listeners how good a storyteller you
Oh,
are.
it's a great story.
Dude, it is. I remember listening because we were hanging out after a show,
Yeah.
and it was. I just remember it was wild. It was so.
I mean, the story is a crazy story. You
It
want me to
is.
tell it?
I would love it, dude.
You want me to tell right now?
I would love it.
All right, I'll tell right now. Well, I was living in Tucson, Arizona. I was a fresh college student, and I was a bad kid.
Were you a bad kid in high school too?
I was definitely a bad kid in high school. I moved actually from New Jersey to Arizona.
You're from Jersey?
I'm from Jersey. Man.
Where are you from?
Technically,
You were
Inglewood.
texting me on the train. You're like, this Jersey smell. I was
Yeah,
like,
I remember this smell. It smells like fucking ass. Yeah, dude. No, I'm from New Jersey. I lived in Inglewood when I was born, and then I lived in Princeton for like 5 years. But
Right,
I lived all over the place.
All over
but
the
I
place.
always any place I ever lived, I would say like, oh, I'm from New Jersey. Like, it's like both like a weird part of my identity, like in the sense that like, where are you from? You're from here?
Long Island.
Long Island. Same
Yeah.
fucking difference. You lived there your whole life? Most of your life?
Yeah, for most of my life.
So you say you're from Long Island?
Yeah,
Right,
yeah.
but I lived in like all these different countries. I lived in all these different spots. I would
Yeah.
say I'm from New Jersey, but
you
really I'm
lived.
homeless.
You're a citizen of the planet.
Yes,
A
I'm
citizen of the world.
I'm a citizen of the planet. Yeah, I'm a planetary citizen. No, I'm from New Jersey, and I moved to this shitty fucking high school in Arizona, and because I lived in Princeton, great education place, moved to a shitty high school in Arizona that's no longer around.
Okay.
Huge fucking thick fish, giant fucking fish in a
In
tiny ass
Arizona.
pond of
Oh,
Arizona.
oh.
You know what I mean? That's me. So like, think about like a
thought
fucking
you were
huge fish, huge. The fish, the size of this fish. So it was really easy for me to like kind of insert myself. My graduating class of high school had 36 kids.
In Arizona?
In Arizona.
Oh my God.
High school that's so bad that it's no longer around. And I think I mentioned this in my act a little bit, but like I was the president of my student body.
Yes, this which I did not know.
It was
and I think
very
is-
easy.
So I remember you really.
I had to convince like 5 people that I was going to be the guy, and then they impeached me.
That's because I remember that from your act. Did that actually happen?
They actually impeached me because I just didn't do it. I was like, all I wanted to do was read the fucking morning announcements because all I wanted to do was like be a silly guy in the morning. But then there was like, then you have to like go to after school meetings. I didn't show up to a
you just
single
wanted
one.
to do the morning
I
announcements.
just wanted to read. I wanted to literally go on the morning announcement and be like, my name's Trevor Liberty, and that's all I wanted to do.
Can I tell you, because I also wanted to do the morning announcements.
morning
I think
announcements
it's
are sick, dude.
if you want to do the morning announcements, big. What am I trying to say? I'm like so slow today.
You're good.
I'm trying to say like you're probably gonna also end up doing stand up. Like
Yes.
you know what I mean? Like very
It's-
performative.
It's the first step.
It's the first
It's
step
the
is doing
first
the
step.
morning announcements.
I want
And remember-
everybody to listen to me.
And did you know this is also yes? You want everyone to listen to you. You want an audience forced, captivated.
Yep.
Do you remember? Because I remember I would hear the morning announcements, and they would tell me who did the morning announcements, and I would be like, "There's no way," because I would be like, "It doesn't sound like that person."
Oh,
Did
really?
you get that or
was
no?
that, well,
Well,
your
you
high
were the
school was-
person, yeah.
I was the guy at the high school.
Right. So it was.
I was the man.
Were you doing jokes on the morning announcements?
Oh yeah.
Really? What
I
were you
try-
saying?
I just would just say it in a silly voice, and I would be like,
Were you like killing in the
it's-
halls? Could you hear?
It's hot as hell, and we're in Arizona. It's hot. It's a hot day, as it is literally every day. I would read, and then they stopped. I was too disruptive. They only gave me 2 times I could read the fucking morning announcements.
You only did
and
it
after
twice?
the second fucking time, they were like, "This guy's too disruptive. He's so funny. We can't have this." in
What
our
a compliment!
classes." I know.
Oh my God!
Because I didn't take it seriously, and I
Yeah.
didn't take things seriously for a long time, and that's why I got impeached.
So that's interesting. And you weren't like taking it seriously. Was it just like, because I was very different growing up, right? I was like, and maybe it was just like, were your parents like on top of you at all? Like, would you say you were someone like you had to get good grades and stuff like that?
Oh
'Cause that
yeah.
was-
My parents always had like huge expectations for me and my academics, and I didn't really try, and I'll get into that in a second here, but like I didn't really try for most of my life, up until like, you know, all the shit went down. And
Sure, which we'll get into.
we'll get into that. But like I was really easy for me to like, I was probably one of the smartest kids in the whole school, just
Yep.
because like all these kids had gone to this, you know, when you go to a school of like 30 people your whole life, there's not a whole lot of diversity that you can get. And because of my background and my experiences, it was just, I don't know. I feel like I went
Big
to a
fish.
school full of big dummies, and it was very easy for me to not try it all, have a great time, and just like, you know, I started smoking weed a lot and started selling.
In high school you
and
started
yeah,
smoking
started
weed, okay.
smoking weed, started selling weed. And just like I just liked all this negative attention. I really liked a lot of like negative attention.
Really?
I liked
Yeah.
I liked being like this bad guy. I liked being like, oh, that's a crazy guy over there. You know, that's crazy Trevor over there. And then I loved when people would come up to me in the hallway and be like, crazy Trevor, what are you doing again? That's what I love, dude. I love doing that. And then they removed me from office, and they kind of disbanded the whole student government.
Because of you?
Because I convinced my rest of my cabinet to also not go to the meetings.
That's amazing.
And so it was just like one teacher.
See, it was And you got them all to take a stand.
I guess.
Wow.
But like only because we were just having a good time across the street from the high school, you know, like smoking weed at the other side of the road, dude. And so they disbanded it. But at that point, like I was dating this girl. I lived in Arizona. I know, dude.
Sick.
And speaking of big fish, I courted
Courted.
I courted a fish from a completely different ocean. If I could put this in marine terms, I went to like a summer program in Tucson, Arizona, at the University of Arizona, where I would like take like college classes ahead of going to college. I would get college credit, and like
You're like a junior around this time?
yeah, I was a junior.
Okay.
I was a junior, and I'm there in Tucson, and there's like an RA, someone who's at the college, who's already a college student. There's an RA in the college, and she's like a chaperone for all of us children. Things got steamy.
Wait.
Yeah.
You hooked up with the RA?
I hooked up with my RA.
And
she was a couple years older than me.
in high school?
In high school, I was a legend, dude. It was the sickest time, dude. I was the fucking man, and like I was so fucking like I remember, dude. I was so obsessed with her. I was crazy about her.
Well, of course you were, because she was older and like
she was
into you.
older. She
Yeah.
was into me. We were fucking in secret. Sorry, we were
Crazy.
screwing around in
That's
secret,
alright.
and it was so cool. And I was such a bad kid. I was like sneaking around, like you know,
Yeah.
after class. The head coordinator for the whole program one day sat the two of us down and said, "Hey, people are starting to talk. What's going on with this?" And we were both like, "Nothing's going on."
Yeah.
And the coordinator, who's like some 30s woman, she was like, "Obviously, nothing's going on. I know that." And I was like, "Little do you know." And then so then I didn't even think like. I was like so in love with this girl.
Yeah.
'Cause she was older than me and more mature than me, or
Right.
so I thought. And I only applied to one college, the University of
you were,
Arizona,
like,
because
so-
my plan was to just be with this girl.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, I was an
Wow.
idiot, and that's not even my ex-wife.
Well, I was going to
Yeah.
say, yeah, that's, wow. So you applied to one college.
I applied to one college, and so like it's pretty much a guaranteed
Dude, I
acceptance.
fucking told you guys he's a great storyteller. Look at
it's
this.
a-
This is great. It's going to be beautifully, it's going to be seamless
I'm gonna take all
the
this.
story
I'm gonna fucking
gonna
put this
talk
in my
about it, and
act,
then
dude. We're
it's
gonna
great.
immediate pipeline.
That's crazy. So, oh my God. So, and then, but dude, like because I was also once a 16-year-old
Yeah.
boy,
Oh,
where
yeah.
it's like, I relate to like, if a college girl was into me at that time, you're so susceptible to doing something like that.
Oh my God.
Because it's like,
I was like, I'm the man. This is it. I
yeah,
figured it out.
right. Yeah, exactly.
I figured it out.
Yeah.
And then so we're dating. So like then like we release the after the program ends, and she's not gonna get in trouble for like dating a high schooler.
Right.
You know, we announce it. I'm like going public on Facebook. Like we're in a relationship now.
Wow.
and,
Okay. So you guys are like official.
Oh, official. And then like I like drove down to Tucson to like see her. And then
because you're a senior now.
I was a senior.
Okay.
And like, yeah, we had a long distance relationship. I thought I was very like adult and mature. I remember like one day, like I'm in high school, right? And like I'm driving somewhere with my father, and I looked to my dad and I was like, Dad, I think I found the one.
What, at 17?
At 17. And he was like, nope. Probably not.
He said that?
He was like, probably not. And I was like, this guy doesn't understand. This guy has no idea what true love is. This guy has no fucking clue.
Is he still married to your mom?
He's
Or are they married or no?
He's still married to my mom.
Nice. And you're like, this guy.
And this guy still has no fucking clue, dude. Yeah. Oh, man, I just hope I'm not them, dude. I'm just praying that I don't become the two of them. But it sounds like it's inevitable. So she obviously cheats on me. She obviously breaks my heart
during senior year.
during my senior year of high school. And like, by the way, like huge fish. I'm a president. I'm pretty sure
this is during your presidency, a scandal.
I got elected as president also because like, oh, Trevor's the man. He's fucking this college girl. It's like, we got to make this guy the
Which
president.
helped your case, sure.
Help the case. Give me
sure.
liberty. Suck my dick.
If you're that other kid trying to run, what a
Oh
platform.
my God.
Just
Poor
resign.
Crystal Wood. Yikes. What a tough bag for her. I don't think she got any votes. I think she got one vote.
Oh, and it was probably
It
her
was her.
own. Yeah.
It was her own
It
vote.
was her own vote.
Sorry, Crystal.
Oh, that's tough, man.
Yeah, I'm not.
She's
gonna,
like, we're gonna make the lunch healthier.
Oh yeah, she actually had like.
Right, she had
She
good ideas to
actually had
implement.
objectives.
Oh.
She definitely wouldn't have gotten impeached.
Sure.
She would have done a great job probably. But now, who knows what she's doing? Crystal, if you're out there, I'm actually not interested at all. But I don't care about any people I went to high school with, except for one. But and I still talk to that guy to this day. But
I thought you were gonna be like, and it's that girl from college.
and it's that no, she's
sure, crazy.
She would drive. So like she cheats on me, and I found out because she was logged in to Facebook on my laptop, and like I was getting nervous because like she's down in college, she's like a hot college girl, and I'm up in high school.
Wait, sorry, I missed that. So she's logged in on your laptop.
She logged
you
in on
left
my
your
laptop.
there.
I'm at home. She came up
I
to
see
see me one time.
Yeah. Logged
She
in on your
logged
laptop.
in on my laptop.
Oh no! So you're.
And so I found out that she was cheating on me, like by like being a fucking snoop.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, my heart was broken. And then,
dude.
Dude, I was in shambles.
Did you confront her about it?
Never.
What?
Never. I didn't confront her, but you know, it was actually after I think she broke up with me. So now I'm thinking about it.
Okay.
One day she drove up.
You're like, actually, I don't think she cheated at all.
She definitely did. But one day she drove up from Tucson, and then she's in college. She's like a sophomore in college.
Yeah.
And she like goes to like pick me up from high school, which by the way, what an ick. And she got the ick. She got the ick picking me up from high school.
How are you wearing your backpack when you walk out to the car? Oh, double strap.
Oh yeah, double strap, dude. Double strapped.
Dude.
Trying to like go have sex with this like 20-year-old. But, I was like, look at me, I'm gonna see you boys. And I see, she's real. She's in the car. She's at the parent pickup right now.
She's at parent pickup.
Mommy is there. Terrible relationship with my mother at the time.
The other mothers are looking like, oh my God, how young was she when she had him?
Oh my God. Was she 3? Because that would be the age difference. But no, she got the ick, and then I find out, and then she breaks up with me. She's like, you're not serious enough, and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh, fuck. I already only applied to one college.
Oh.
Can you, like, not do that? And she was like, no. But then, like, so I'm like, fine, whatever. I'm obviously gonna like move on with my life.
Did you know you had gotten into that one college at that point?
Yeah, I knew I got in.
Oh, okay. All right.
I knew I was gonna be in. I knew I got into college. I didn't think anything of it. I guess going back, I wish I applied to like maybe one other place.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy because like my older brother was like that too. He was my older brother's brilliant. He applied, but he like applied to like 3 schools, and it was like U Chicago. He's
Great
a doctor
school.
now. Yeah, U Chicago, Cornell, and Fordham was his safety. And I was like, and he was like, whatever, I'm gonna get in all 3, and he did.
Wow, what a badass.
Yeah, I know.
That's
So
fucking
like,
sweet.
yeah, he's so smart. But I was like, in the same way, I'm like, dude, just apply to some more.
Yeah,
just as a
just
backup.
do something. Yeah. Holy shit, man.
But so now you're
So
okay,
now
so you're
so
heartbroken in high school.
I'm heartbroken. Let me check this for like 2 seconds.
Dude, you're good.
I'm on the track. I'm
Dude,
literally
it's all
okay.
good.
We're good.
Actually, let's restart again.
And we're good. So compliment me. I'm ready for my compliment.
I'm ready for my compliment.
So I'm like president of my school. I'm impeached. And then like I'm selling drugs. I start selling weed. I start, just like getting all this negative attention because I was like, oh, I'm this badass fucking guy having sex with a college
right, because
girl.
you like the attention of like, oh, I'm this cool guy having sex with this college guy. I gotta keep that up.
I gotta keep the cool guy thing
This is
going.
so interesting to me because I've never had this reputation or felt this way. So it's interesting to get into the psyche of like what this is like.
And I was so convinced that I was like the man, that I knew everything, that like nobody could tell me any different, and that my whole perspective on that has changed. But like, so I go. Where am I at? So I finish out. Oh, I'm still in high school, and like we break up, but she is like still hitting me up. She's hitting me up all the time.
Really?
She still wants to see me. She drives up to fucking
and she broke up with you.
Phoenix, Arizona, just to get the pipe. She like one day she drove up from Tucson to Phoenix just so I could pipe her on the side of the road.
Wow.
She was fucking
big
nuts.
fish.
No, it's good. It's a good thing. It's great. I'm happy about that.
So okay, so she and how far is that
And
drive?
it's a 3-hour fucking drive.
Oh my
dude.
God,
She was nuts for it.
And
She
then you
was
had
nuts.
sex on the side of the road.
Had sex on the side of the road.
And then she drove back.
And then she would drive back.
Wow.
And then
She did this multiple times.
Oh, yes, twice.
Wow.
But who's counting? I was counting.
Was there any talk of like you guys getting back together or no?
I think so. I think I was so in love with her, and I really wanted to be with her. She broke up with me after my parents got me for a graduation present a trip to Sedona, and like they paid for a hotel in Sedona for her and I, and like we're like in love with each other at the hotel.
Wait, hold on. Your parents paid for a getaway trip for the two of you?
They paid for it as a graduation present for me.
Get the fuck out of here. My dad. I was in my mid-20s dating someone, and he was like, she can't sleep here. Yeah. I was like, what?
Which honestly, probably they should have done that. They definitely should have done that. And then she fucking ripped my fucking heart out right after that. But like, did
you end up going to Sedona?
Where we went? We went to Sedona.
The two of you?
Yeah, the two of us went to Sedona.
Broken up?
No, together.
Oh, together.
Together, we're in Sedona, and then like she breaks up with me afterwards. Anyways, I'm in high school.
By the way, we haven't even gotten to the story I wanted him to tell.
We're getting to the story.
I'm so happy I started with that compliment.
Thank you.
Which is literally proves my point.
I'm a great. I'm jumping around to all these different points. The point is that I got fucking laid, okay, by a college girl. Yeah.
Okay,
So now I finish up. Oh, she was nuts too, and I got to a point where I was like, I'm not into this. I'm not trying to be with you anymore.
You came full around, so you were heartbroken, and then you were like, I can't do this.
Like, I gotta move on with my fucking life. And you like
good
broke
insight
my heart.
to have that young. It took me a while to like really. Yeah.
Well, you only get burned so many fucking times.
Well, that's the thing.
Like,
yeah, until it's actually like hurting you.
Yeah,
more
this hurts. This sucks. And then she like threatened to burn my house down, and she turned out to be a crazy person. And and it turns out that's the lane that I've of ladies that I have
which we'll
been
get
interested
into.
in. Yeah, dude. One day, so like I go to college, then I go to the University of Arizona. I graduate from high school, straight fucking. I got all D's my last fucking semester of high school.
Year. Okay.
Just everybody passed me. They just want they it was a personality pass. There was a point where like my math teacher was like, just write a paper. I don't even want to see you in my class.
Because you were so disruptive.
Because I was so disruptive to the class.
Yeah.
He was like, you're making it hard for other students to learn. But, you write a little essay, you can just hang out outside.
And you did.
And that's what I did. And my parents were pissed off at that because they wanted me to learn. But
that period in high school, that senior year, because what's the motivation?
None.
Like,
I already got into college.
Yeah, like
I just need to pass my freaking classes. Yeah. I was a bad kid, too. Like, I like vandalized my school. Our senior prank was just like almost arsony. We almost burned the school down.
Oh, no.
Yeah, the cops were called.
Oh,
it was not cool. But anyways, I go to college, and I'm just gonna keep going on this girl for a second.
Yeah.
One of my,
because she goes to the same school.
She's at the same school.
Yeah,
She's there. I'm like dating some other girl that I met through a different summer program as I come into college, and like the ex saw me one day. She worked at like the library. And she saw me one day with the new girlfriend, and then like sent me messages being like, I'm so much hotter than her. I know you don't want to be with her. Like, I know you want to be with me. I was like, no,
no,
not true. and so I didn't until I break up with this other girl. And then she still like would hit me up in my freshman year of high school. Freshman year of college. She's still hitting me up all the time. And then one day she's like, she hits me up like for a booty call.
Nice.
On Facebook messages.
You don't have to drive 3 hours.
And then she's like, I just have to walk over to her apartment. But I'm not into it. I don't know if I'm into it. I don't know. I'm also like a freshman, and I'm like, I'm the fucking man. Like I'm
it's that classic. You're trying
I'm a douchebag, and like I go to her apartment, and
off campus.
Oh yeah, off campus apartment, and I swear to God, this is. I don't know who's gonna watch this, but like, I'm sorry. By the way, I'm sorry. I was an asshole. If she ever watches this, we're like having sex.
Yeah.
And I'm like in her.
Okay.
And then she's like gazing up at me, and I was like, ooh, yuck. Because she had burned me so many times. I was so not into her.
You made a face, or
that was my internal face.
Okay.
I was so grossed out by her as a person that I left. I pulled out, and I left
In the middle.
in the middle of it.
You know, I have, that is a relatable feeling to like be having sex with someone and then in the middle just
You
to
have
be
to
like,
really hate somebody.
you have to, yeah, man. Wow.
Yeah.
And was she pissed?
She started crying.
Oh.
Started crying as I left the place. She wanted to get back together, and I was like,
Yeah, and
I
you were
can't.
like,
She was like,
that was
there was like so much like too lovey-dovey, and I was like, ew,
Right.
you're a stupid idiot, and I'm not into this.
right. Well, you have so much history there. There's so much pain associated.
Oh, and
with
then
it. Yeah.
so that wasn't even the last time. Then she still hit me up after that, and this is the last time. This is
Okay.
and this is one of the meanest things I think I've ever done. I basically she hit me up for a booty call again. It was like late at night, and I'm with these two other freshman idiots, and I'm like, you know what, you guys, I'm a little horned up right now. You guys can take the phone, and you can, if you guys make something happen, fine, I'll go do it. And the last thing she ever they organized for her to make me and her like a 3-course meal at her apartment.
No.
And the last thing she ever texted me before I ghosted her and I never talked to her ever again
Oh no.
was dinner's on the table, smiley face. And then I never
She said that.
She sent that to me.
Because she made a.
Because she
big-
made us a whole thing, and I felt, I feel bad about it. That was who I was at the time. Like, I was like I was like, oh, like, I'm the cool guy. I'm a fucking cool guy. I hang out with other people that are cool guys, and like, my whole identity is surrounded by being like a cool guy or like thinking that I'm a cool guy.
Yeah.
And so, one time me and 3 other cool guys, we decided to like take this acid.
Right.
Okay, so now we're getting into that. It's like my second semester of freshman year of college. And I'm hanging out with bad kids. I'm hanging out with the kids
Sure.
that
They're like not going to
they
class.
didn't
or-
make it to the next year.
Oh no.
And that's apparent because we were just getting high and, whatever. I was doing a lot of coke.
To be
and
expect. Yeah.
we get this acid, and one night we get this acid. It's a Friday night. It's Friday night on a big college campus. Everybody's out. Everybody's drunk. And we take more than we're supposed to take, obviously.
Right.
And what I remember is I take these 2 tabs of this thing called 25I, which is like a synthetic acid. And it's like a research chemical. And basically, like, you alter one molecular branch of LSD, and it's like that.
Mm-hmm.
Or so, I mean, that's what the dealer told me. So, like, could have been anything.
Right.
I took 2 tabs of this on my tongue, and as the night is going on, it's Friday night, we smoked, like, this really big blunt, and some guys...
You did acid and you smoked weed.
Yeah, which was a big mistake. Don't ever do that.
Yeah.
And then I'm with 3 other guys. I'm with this guy named Micah. I'm with a guy named Alex, and then I'm with a guy named Pussy, and that's like...
From The Sopranos.
I guess
He's just hanging out
it's
with the college kids.
It's Pussy. It's just it's 40-year-old Pussy Mangione. He's at the University of Arizona. It's all good. Okay, we're good. And he tried calling me Pussy. I was like, you're a pussy, and that's how the nickname stuck for him. He was the pussy.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
So, he tried calling you a pussy once.
One time.
And then you were like, no, you're a pussy.
Yep.
And then everyone called him pussy.
And then
for the
everybody
rest
called
of
him
his
Pussy for the rest of the time that I knew him.
What?
I know, dude. Just totally fucking dominated the guy, dude.
You're like,
So, like, and this guy sucks. Pussy sucked. He was annoying, crazy. Just like, he just wanted to be like a frat star. And, like,
Okay.
that's what his whole
That was
identity
like
was.
the-
And that's not,
yeah.
I wasn't into that. But anyways, we're with this guy, and we're like walking over to like a house party. And this is after we smoked this blunt. So we're like on 2 tabs. We smoked this blunt. We're on the way to this house party. Common thing in college. And we get into there. And I remember like everybody like looking at me and these 2 other guys or 3
Yeah.
other guys and being like, whoa, you guys are on acid right now? That's crazy and cool. That's so cool. We're all just drinking and your eyes are black. So then in the corner of this, it's like filled to the brim in this small house. And I see Pussy go over to the stove in the kitchen, and he lights a fucking towel on fire.
what?
He just turns the stove on.
Oh my
He's not a good...
God.
He's just causing chaos. So I see him light the towel on fire, and then I see him see the fire, take the towel off, and he starts stomping it out. He puts out the fire, and then everybody in this house is like cheering for Pussy. Yeah, you did it! Oh yeah! And
But he started the fire.
Yeah, nobody saw that except for I did. And so like Pussy started the fire, and then like I was like, oh my god, that's a lot. I should probably go. I need to get out of here.
So okay, so you were seeing the effects start to like.
Oh, it was just too much. I was way overstimulated.
Right.
I had to go, and so we leave the place. Me, Pussy, and Alex, and we leave the place. We lost the other guy at some point in the night, and we're walking back to our dorms from this house party, and then I start like kind of losing it a little bit, and I'm like I was so overstimulated that I was like, oh, like, hey, like, what time is it? What's going on right now? Where are we going? What time is it? What's going on right now? Where are we going?
So
what time is it? What's going on right now? Where are we going?
You're saying that over and over again?
I'm repeating that over and over again.
Yeah.
And Pussy, the genius Pussy, he's like, dude, I think you're perma-fried. He says that to me as I'm like really losing my fucking mind.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, oh, what time is it? Where are we going? What's going on right now? What time is it? Where are we going? What's going on right now? Like, I repeat that.
And perma-fried means like
permanently fucking like that.
Yeah. Right.
Which is something you don't want to hear when you're feeling like that.
Yeah.
And then they get me to a dorm room, and they're like, shut the fuck up for like 30 seconds. Can you just stop talking for 30 seconds? Because I'm like, and now I'm like starting to incorporate new things into my like loop. Like, like the guy that was like, hide your kids, hide your wife. Remember that guy?
No.
Antoine Dodson. He was like a big YouTube thing. Hide your kids, hide your wife. They raping everybody out there.
Okay.
And so like I saw him on the TV. So like we go back and we go back to this other guy. Sorry, what a great storyteller. We go back to this other guy's dorm room who was tripping with us earlier in the night. And like Antoine Dodson's on the TV, and I'm like, oh, what time is it? Where are we going? What's going on right now? Is that Antoine Dodson? What time is it? What's going on right now? Where are we going? Is that Antoine Dodson? And like they're like, so they hold a stopwatch in front of me, and they're like, stop talking, stop. Keep it together for a minute. And if you can keep it together for a minute, you're going to be fine. And like, I like stop. And I start like shaking. And I'm like, all I want to do is ask, what time is it? What's going on right now? Where are we going? And is that Antoine Dodson on the TV?
Do you remember what you're thinking at this time? Like, what is it like? Is the only way you can communicate?
It was like
through that. Those
yeah.
phrases?
And like, it was like just so much energy in my body that I was like fucking, you ever seen like Dragon Ball Z? It's like I fucking was just like building up a giant fucking like spirit bomb or a Kamehameha.
Sure.
And like, I'm just like shaking with all this energy that's going on. I'm just tripping out. I'm really just, I'm fried. And I'm having a bad trip. And so something like, it's like you're filling up a fucking balloon with air.
Yeah.
And that's what I remember it as, is like you fill up a balloon with air, fill it, and then eventually you can't fill it anymore, and the balloon pops.
Right.
And so that's what happened to me in my head. Like I was like so like I was combusting with energy, and then all of a sudden like something like snapped.
This is while the stopwatch is in front of your face.
This stopwatch is in front of my face.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden I snapped, and I started being like, I was completely quiet, completely withdrawn, completely quiet, and I was like, you know what? It all makes sense now. I created the universe.
This is after in your mind you snapped.
This is after I snapped. I was like, oh. So I was like, everybody in this group is like a little piece of me. Like this guy's a little like me like this. This guy's a little like me like this. This guy's a little like me like this. And I was like, oh, like all that just means that I made these people. I made these guys.
Wow.
These guys are extensions of me. And I was also very narcissistic at the time.
Sure. But this is calming to you at this point.
Oh, I feel like I realized it. I was like, I get it now. This whole time, and like I lived in all these different countries growing up, and like I met all these different people in my life, and I was like starting to like put these pieces together that weren't really there. Of like, just had an interesting childhood, and to me, that coupled with the fact that like I'm meeting all these people and these people are extensions of me, I was like, I'm God. I created the universe, and I gotta let everybody know.
Wow.
I gotta tell everybody, and it's like 2 a.m. on a Friday night.
Yeah. And you're in your dorm room.
I'm in some other guy's dorm room.
Some other guy's dorm room. Okay.
And so I'm there with Pussy, Micah, and Alex, and I'm like, oh, I'm God. I'm God. I'm God. And I take off my pants.
You're just saying that.
Yeah, I take off my pants. I start saying it louder. I take off my pants. I take off my shirt. Fortunately, I have my underwear on. Not a sex offender.
Big win.
That would be terrible. But I was like, oh, I'm God. I'm God. I'm God. I'm God. And then like I bust out the dorm room and I start screaming that I'm God. I start yelling, I'm God. I created you. Bow down to me. I am God. Pussy sees me, I guess. Like he tells me this later on. But like the next couple days, he sees me. I'm at the bottom of some stairs and I like do like this like flamingo like looking thing. and guess what Pussy did? Pussy ran away to his dorm room and then hid under the covers until the very next day. So he doesn't see anything that's going to happen.
Because he saw you doing that and he was
like, fuck this. This guy's perm fried.
Right.
This guy's tripping out. And so then I go into the middle. There's a dorm room on this. There's like, I go into the street. There's like the main area. It's called Highland Avenue, where all the dorms are of like, and all these kids are outside, just drunk kids. And I'm yelling at all of them. I'm saying I'm God. I'm saying I created them, that they have to bow down to me. Also, you know what God does whenever he wants is he pees. And so I piss. I just piss right there. I was like, oh, I don't have to abide by any of these societal norms anymore. I'm the creator.
Yeah.
So I piss my underwear. It's all over me. And I'm in the middle of these two dorms. I come out this one dorm. There's a path right here, Main Street, and then a parking lot back here. And if you could visualize that. And I'm in the middle of where my dorm is and where my friend's dorm was. And at this point, everybody on the street is looking at me. Everybody's out.
That would be
Everybody's watching the spectacle of what's going on here.
Yeah. So you have a crowd.
There's a whole crowd. Oh, yeah. Big negative attention.
Yeah.
Huge negative attention. And I'm screaming at people. And I see my RA. I see my RA at the time who had it out for me. He didn't like me.
Sure. You're like an RA's worst nightmare.
Oh, I know, dude. I made eye contact with him. I was like, Ryan. That was his name. I was like, Ryan, bow down to me. And he's on the phone with the police.
Yeah.
And so the police come from two directions. They come from one side over here and one side from the parking lot. And they're like, get down on the ground. And I'm like, fight me, cops. I literally, in my police report, it says that I told one of the police officers, pull your pistol out and shoot me. Suicide by cop. I was threatening like, you want to try something? You want to go with the creator? I was like, good luck. And in my head, like, I'm stomping and the whole ground is shaking. I really believe I'm God. I really believe that I still think that. They say in my police report too, they said Mr. Liberty had superhuman strength. They were just weak. They couldn't fight a 19-year-old?
Wait, that's it's
so embarrassing for them.
That's so funny.
They said I stood in a well-balanced fighter-style stance. And I said, pull your pistol out and shoot me. And then I wrestled the cops. And then they tased me. They tased me twice. They tased me once in my abdomen, and I pulled it out because I was like, so like, you know. And then they got me again in the hand. And then I finally go down. They put a spit bag on my face so they don't spit any chemicals onto them or bite them.
Sure.
And like I'm fighting all the handcuffs. I'm fighting the handcuffs.
Oh my God.
And they handcuff me behind my back, and they get me into like an ambulance. They get me into an ambulance. And they need to subdue me because I'm freaking the fuck out. I'm yelling at people. I think I'm God. Blah, 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 and like, and you know what the twisted thing is? I remember thinking in that moment that like, I'm in this ambulance and I think like I'm being transported to my universe control center. Like I think I was like, fighting the police was my final mortal test.
Right.
And so they finally get me in the ambulance, and I'm like, oh, I'm on the way to just be God now.
Yeah.
And I remember
like you did it.
I remember feeling bummed that I was like, damn, I was just starting to have such a good time here in college. Now I gotta be God. Ugh. I was like, all for that. And so finally we get, and they give me I'm freaking out. They give me ketamine to subdue me. Horse strength
in the
ambulance. They give me ketamine to subdue me. And like what I remember is that like everything got brighter and brighter and brighter. And then all of a sudden I'm like suspended in a globe as like Da Vinci's Man, and I remember this so vividly. And I'm like, like this guy. Right?
Yeah.
Da Vinci's Man, and like all the latitude, longitude lines of a globe are all filled with like my memories as a child and like things that like math and history, all just like contributing to like this nut job that's going on right now, right? Like I like things that like would prove that I'm created the universe or whatever. And I feel like this pinch in my groin, and I think I'm being hooked in to like my universe control center. I'm like here, and now I'm gonna be God. This is my the rest of eternity. This is it, what it is. And things get brighter and brighter and brighter, and finally, I wake up in the hospital. I wake up in the hospital, and the first thing that firstly, I'm like, fuck. None of that was.
Yeah.
I guess I'm not God. They cut through my underwear. The pinch that I felt in my groin was just a catheter that they put in my penis.
Sure.
And I was greeted by a male nurse. He said, you almost died last night. And then I was like, oh, fuck. I'm not God. And then I walked back to my dorm in just like the assless gown, just like looking like a crazy person.
Right.
And so like, I had to do community service. I had to do all this other shit. And that's the God story. I was God, and the fallout was that I was a white guy, and nothing really bad happened to me. So,
but they said you almost died?
Oh, yeah, apparently. I mean, I think I was just like adrenaline. But they I guess they pumped my stomach full of like the carbon. Like they can pump your stomach full of like carbon, so you throw up a lot of shit.
Okay. It was obviously the acid was.
I mean, it was more like PCP. I guess
yeah.
like
what's
what
the just because I don't know the difference.
PCP is just like, I mean, you just like my adrenal gland was just like, I'm like at the height of like, I'm not a human being anymore. I'm a Homo sapien, and this is like I'm fighting for my whole life. I don't know how they said. I think this guy was exaggerating personally. The male nurse.
Sure.
But I had no real ramifications from that, except my parents were deeply concerned for what was going on.
Well, I remember when you told me in the bar, you said like you got back and you just had like
I had 75 missed calls from my mom because I gave them my mother's phone number, and they must have called her and said, your son's in the hospital.
Yeah.
It's a terrible thing to hear about your kid.
Yeah, of course. Right? Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah, and I really like from that. None of those guys made it to the next year.
Right, you were the only one that.
I was the only one that made it to the next year.
Yeah. Did you see any of them after the incident?
Yeah, I mean, hung out with them.
It was just
they were
normal?
my buddies, and like, I mean,
that was crazy.
That was nuts. Well, yeah, people knew me as that guy. People would come up to me and be like, "Are you the guy that?"
Well, we come back to right, like you wanted this negative attention.
Yeah, I was like super into it. I was
like,
oh, people think I'm the man for that.
Yeah.
I remember telling some guy in like my Chinese class, because I'd speak Chinese or whatever.
Which, by the way.
I know. So impressed.
What
I remember telling this other who I thought was like a cool guy in my class. I was like, dude, that was the coolest fucking thing. And I think what I'm taking away from this, man, I think I'm just gonna do all the other drugs. and that's what I told this guy. And I remember this guy was like, that's not. I don't think that's a good idea, man. I don't think that's the lesson you should take away from this.
Oh my God.
And then none of my buddies made it the next year, and like my only friend after that was my coke dealer, and I started selling coke in my sophomore year of college.
Talk about a brand deal.
I know, dude. I was like,
collab.
I tried going for a fraternity my sophomore year of college.
Yeah. Did the frats know you as that guy?
The frats knew me as the guy.
Yeah.
But didn't like so like I remember one frat that I rushed. They were like, "What's the craziest thing that's happened to you in college?" I was like, "Well, buddy, the craziest thing." And I tell them the whole story, and they're like, "Wow, that's so wild." Because I was just talking to some other kid. He said his craziest thing that he saw in college was seeing you.
Oh my God!
And I was like, "Oh, I'm the man," but they didn't want me as part of their fraternity because I was a liability.
Right. That's
Obvious,
if you're getting rejected by a frat because of
too
liability,
cool. I was too cool.
That is tough.
Yeah, they were like, "This guy's way too cool for this."
Yeah.
And I was not. I was just a drug addict, and I was doing drugs and I was selling drugs, and then I really fucking almost threw my whole life away. I started selling cocaine, and my friend was like this dealer guy, and he got his.
And he was the only guy you were hanging out with
He
in
was
college?
pretty much the only guy I was hanging out with
Wow.
after that.
Would people like recognize you on campus? Or?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Wow.
But then I started selling coke, and then I became known for that a little bit.
Gotcha. So it was like go to Trevor.
Yeah,
and,
My roommate was an idiot. He was like, one day I saw him super drunk, and I was hanging out with this older coke dealer, and he was like, "You guys got to get all your coke from Trevor. He's the man. You got it. And I was like, "Shut the fuck up! Don't tell people that. Don't say it. Don't broadcast that."
Right.
But then this guy that I would like get the coke from, he was like a paranoid guy. He's nuts.
Sure.
And he would think that like, and he lived in like a really nice apartment off campus, and some like Saudi exchange student also lived in the building, and he was convinced that this Saudi guy was like part of the FBI and trying to do a sting op on him. And
Oh wow.
so he was also like super paranoid.
How old is that guy?
He was probably like 4 years older than me.
Oh, okay. All right. So were you getting? Was he the distributor?
He was getting it from the distributor.
Gotcha.
And
okay.
the distributor
then
he
you
was
were-
getting it from
okay.
was part of the cartel.
Oh, okay.
Because Tucson is right
Neat.
next to Mexico. Super neat.
Right.
Super cool. Super cool. Super cool.
Super cool.
Cool guy. Cool guy
Cool
alert.
I know. With the crazy thing that
With that crazy guy. Yeah. No, it was such a crazy guy. It was so crazy that we went one day to a this like East Tucson, which is away from the university. It's just where people live. It's just where people live.
Okay,
in the
gotcha.
city.
It's like a suburb.
It's a suburb.
Okay.
And we get there, and like I'm starting to like kind of be confronted with my actions, and I'm starting to be like, maybe I'm in the wrong spot. I think I'm in the wrong spot here.
Sure.
I
You're
think
starting to self-reflect.
I'm starting to reflect a little bit and be like, something's not right. I don't think I should be here anymore.
Yeah.
And I see like 2 AK-47s like in this guy's fucking apartment.
Oh my god.
And then I see those, make a mental note of that, and I'm like, scary.
Right.
And then we go back to this. We go into like a back room to like do dabs. You know what a dab is? Like,
Yeah, I think so.
like it's a there's the weed oil,
right. It's like super strong weed.
super strong
Yeah,
weed.
yeah.
It's like the heroin of weed or whatever. And they're like, we're doing these dabs. And I remember these like anywhere from 35 to 55-year-old Mexicans come into the room to start doing dabs with us.
Yeah.
And then I'm super high. I have to go to the bathroom. So I leave the room, and what do I see on the couch except for 2 young children next to the AK-47s, and they're playing Call of Duty on the screen, a fucking violence game.
Yeah.
Those are their parents that are in there.
Right. And yeah.
And like I was like, oh, I gotta get out of this. I gotta get away from this.
Right.
And I started dating this girl, and now she's my ex-wife. And then she kind of saved my life.
Seamless transition.
Yes.
That might be the best transition into the low point that we're going
Yes.
to talk about in
Oh,
an
yeah.
episode.
The low point.
Well,
Yeah.
I kind of want to come back to just to take a beat to be like, to be in the room, you're seeing the guns, you're
Yeah.
seeing what is essentially like a scene from Breaking Bad.
Oh, yeah.
Right? And you're like, I got to get out.
Oh, yeah.
So did you stop dealing coke after that?
Yeah, I basically was able to take this relationship that I managed to secure and then use that as a reason for why I couldn't hang out or I couldn't go
Gotcha.
run
So
stuff.
there was
I was
that.
like, oh, sorry, guys, I'm whipped. Gotta go
Gotcha.
hang out with my lady. Can't sell coke tonight. And then I just stopped hanging
And
out with
you
them all
stopped.
together.
Yeah, so it was kind of like a wean.
But
So-
yeah.
And then, so how did you tell us how you met your ex-wife, which is
I
the
was-
low point we'll talk about
Yes, major low point.
today. As if we haven't hit enough.
I have to take a piss. Can I pee really quick?
Go pee, brother. It's
Can we-
all
should we
good.
pause this?
Ah, dude, we'll edit it and post. It'll
Okay,
be
nice.
seamless.
Nice. All right, I'm gonna pee. Where's the bathroom?
Seamless and
this way. This way.
streamful. This way right here. We're good.
Yeah. So
Told you seamless.
totally seamless.
And we're back.
Yeah, back.
And
You thought that was the low point. It gets so much lower.
well, it's a good intermission. It's a good,
Yeah, oh,
good,
yeah.
good break. A good
It's
pause.
nuts. It's
Good
so
beat.
far. It's nuts.
It's
I
crazy.
didn't even tell you about my whole childhood, dude. Like my childhood is like
Dude.
I was born in New Jersey. I lived there for 6 months. I
Yeah.
moved to Hong Kong for 4 years. Then I moved to Belgium for a year and change. Then I moved to Netherlands for the year and
Oh
change.
my
And I
God.
moved back to the States to Atlanta, Georgia for like a year. And I moved to
What?
California. And then I moved to Tokyo for 2 years.
Were you in
and
like
I moved-
was your parents in like the military or
No,
something?
just my dad just is like a human resources dude, just crushing it in his career and just taking us along. Totally messed up how I like view relationships with people, because like I never really formed like serious
yeah, like
friendships
long,
with people.
yeah.
I remember I moved to New Jersey, and my first year, because my parents they told us, my brother and I, older brother, they told my brother and I that we would be in Tokyo for like a long time.
Sure.
And we left after like 2 years. And I remember like getting to New Jersey, the place where I lived the longest as a child, 5 years in Princeton. I remember like my first year, I was like, you don't want to be my friend. You don't want to be my friend because I'm just going to move probably next year.
Oh,
I was
Trevor.
just like, I'm just going to move.
Oh, that's so
So
sad.
sad. But that kind of shaped like,
Yeah, no, of
you know,
course
a
it
lot
did.
of like how I have friendships and like, you know, I've moved, like I lived in Portland, Oregon for like 5, and I'll get to the low point. But like
Yeah.
I had these really great friends for like 3 years and I'm living there.
Sure.
I don't talk to at all.
Ugh,
It's just, and it's just like,
You're
that's just how I am. But
You're just that weird guy we knew for a while. in their
exactly.
eyes. No.
You know, but anyways,
Well, we could talk
Yeah.
about that for a
Yeah,
little
yeah.
bit too, because I'm so curious. So, because you're engaged,
oh yeah.
much like me, you've won.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Nice.
First mic tap on the
Oh,
pod.
that's good. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you got to do a
All
mic tap every
right.
now and again.
So yeah, you're like me. You've won. Has it? I hate saying that. Was that hard for you? Like, have you talked about that in your relationship?
Oh, I'm in couples
now?
therapy big time.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Couples therapy is great.
Yeah, you guys like it?
I love couples therapy.
Nice.
But I'm also at the point where I'm like, how much more therapy do I need?
Yeah, I don't know. I get it's. I've always seen like therapy as like you need it at different points in your life.
Yeah,
you
for
definitely,
sure.
and maybe it's just at a time where it's like, I don't need it right now, and but maybe someday you will again, or
Oh yeah.
yeah.
I'm trying to
It's got its ups
yeah,
and downs.
I love
with
it.
when you-
I
yeah.
personally love it. I love Tori more than I've ever loved her. Than
Sure.
like right now, like more than I have in the past. And
Right.
like I think this is the new threshold, and it keeps going up.
Yeah, that's.
And I keep, that's super nice.
Good
But
sign of-
there's also like things that both of us really struggle with. and,
Sure.
like we're both kind of like these cool guys. You know,
Oh,
that there's
interesting.
A lot
Is
of,
she in that
she's-
same?
She's
wow.
a cool guy.
She's very cool.
Cool guy.
Yeah.
She's super cool.
Yeah.
Too cool sometimes.
Sometimes.
Sometimes it's like there's just two cool energies, and it's just like we're trying to outcool the other.
Two cool dudes.
Two cool guys,
Just
two
hanging
cool
out.
guys having sex sometimes. But it's we're like it's.
Was she ever also trying to like attract negative energy in the way you
Oh
were?
no.
Okay.
She was just always on top of things
Okay.
and super
interesting.
driven,
Yeah.
and super motivated to like succeed.
Right.
But she's always excelled. She's always excelled.
I
in the
get that
things
vibe.
she
Yeah.
does.
She's incredible. She's. Yeah.
She is incredible. And she also has her own demons. Like
Of course. Yeah.
so
yeah.
like
yeah.
there's some things we're working out.
Often.
Some kinks.
Yeah, man. Well, yeah. I mean, that's any relationship.
Oh
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
You
But
get
it's
to
good.
know someone. You get to like be with someone
Yeah.
over a period of time, and like I don't know. You meet somebody and like things are great, and you don't see any red flags, and then like you get to know them a little bit, and it's like whoa.
Yeah. Berbiglia has my favorite joke about this, where he's like, I forget how he sets it up, but he's like, if you're with someone good, that's like fine, whatever. He goes, if you're with someone great,
Yeah.
get out of there.
Yeah, oh,
which
yeah.
is, I think about that all the
So
time.
true.
Which, yeah, it really is.
It
'Cause-
really is.
Yeah, because it's going to come up inevitably in whatever relationship you're in.
Oh
and
yeah.
Just as long as
You're
you
gonna
have, a way
have
to deal
to
with
figure
it.
something out.
Yeah,
and like
man.
you can either deal with it or prolong dealing with it.
Yeah, yeah.
But also like so I'll get into this now. Like, so I meet this girl, and all of the stuff that I was doing in college was like I wasn't doing well. I was
Right.
failing all of my classes. I had a terrible GPA.
This is like second semester,
This is
sophomore
my
year.
second semester of sophomore year. The girl that I started dating, she moved to Tucson, and I thought she was still at school. I thought she was still part of the university. She dropped out. She
Okay.
didn't tell me that till later.
Wow.
Um,
So did she lie to you in that
She
way?
lied to me in the
Yeah.
first instance, and then I lied to my parents after that, saying that she was in college.
Sure, because you don't
And
want.
so the relationship started with lies,
Yeah.
and she was always intimidated by my parents and by whatever from
Yeah.
her shitty life. And sorry, but I'm sure you're watching this. I don't think I do think she's an evil person.
Yeah.
Um,
What a setup.
I know.
So take us through. Right. You meet this girl.
I meet this girl. I'm failing all my classes. I get it in my head that I'm failing everything. Like I'm in class, and all I want to do is like go bang this chick that I'm fucking
Yeah.
seeing, right? Like that's all I want. That's all I'm thinking about. I'm trying to separate myself from this coke life, and like I'm also like pretty smart. I'm still like I'm a economics TA. I'm a TA for an economics class.
Wow, you were TAing.
Oh
wow,
yeah.
Okay.
Even though like I have a shitty GPA, like I was like, oh maybe I think I have a knack for that. I think I'm actually pretty good at that. Like maybe I'll do that. And then we get in our heads that like, oh, you know what? I don't need this college stuff. And she's also out of college, and she's making me think like I don't need to be in college.
See, that's interesting because at this point you believe she's in college.
She told. No, I found out after.
You found out after.
I find out that she's not.
So
I find out that she's not going back.
Gotcha.
I find out she's just living in Tucson. Which why would you do that?
Sure.
And I move in with her to her apartment. I'm still technically a dorm resident.
Yeah.
But
you're living.
But I'm living at her place.
Okay. Yeah. And she's not trying to convince you, but she's talking about, hey,
oh, she's
like we don't
yeah,
need this.
I don't. College is for idiots. She's like, you got to do your own research and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And you know, I was so susceptible to like all of that, and I was like, I believed her.
Well, of course too, because now you trust her.
I trust her completely.
Relationship with her. Yeah.
Yeah, and then we get in our heads that like, oh, let's make a baby.
Oh boy.
What?
So that was okay. How did it jump from?
We're super in love. We've been together for 3 months.
Oh.
We know. When you know, you know.
Wow. You were like calling your dad again, and you're like, Dad,
oh,
I know when I was 17, I said I found the one.
This is the one now, Dad.
This is the one. He's like,
I didn't
nope.
learn my lesson at all. And I wish I called my dad and told him that, and I wish I told him all that. I love my kid, and I'm like, I don't regret anything now. But yeah, like we planned.
I'm not asking this in like a crude
You're
way,
good.
but like, was the sex that
So great.
Yeah, because like for you to be 21, and to be like that in it,
oh yeah,
it had to have been like mind blowing.
Yeah, it's always been great.
Right. Obviously not the point, but like
really,
again, just to
I really messed up relationship. I think with sex now. But like,
I feel like most men do, especially with porn and everything now. It's
all my mom's fault.
Well,
it's all my mother's fault. It's all because I didn't get the love that I needed from my mom when I was a kid, and that's what I'm figuring out in therapy. But like, the sex is great, and my prospects for college were so bad.
Yeah,
and I was trying to figure out an identity. I mean, this whole time,
like, that's so
I'm
true.
like, I just want to be this cool guy.
Right,
Cool
and you're
guy
like,
is cool guy. The end game for cool guy is fucking dying or going to jail.
Right, and it's like cool guy also like drops out of college and
guy
does his own thing.
Does his own thing.
Yeah,
I was like, I want to sail around the world. I can't do that if I'm in college. By the way, never sailed once.
not once.
I was like, I want to sail around the world,
dude.
I saw a Netflix. We saw a Netflix movie. Me and the ex.
No, were you high when you watched it?
Oh yeah, we were high all the
dude,
time. It was called
boy.
Maiden Voyage. It was all about this girl from Switzerland who was like 16 years old, and she was like sailing across the world. And I was like, I could fucking do that.
I'm gonna fucking do
I
that.
could do that. I could do that.
That's some cool guy
I've
shit.
never sailed, but I could do that. And me being in college prevents me from doing that.
Right, that's the barrier. Is you're
And
still in
I was
college.
like, I didn't have any identity. All my friends were gone.
And
All I was doing was spending time with this one girl.
and your relationship becomes that identity.
Yes.
Of like who you are.
And I was so into the relationship that I was like, oh, like, I could be a dad.
Sure. Yeah.
Maybe I should just be a dad. Maybe that could be my identity.
Yeah.
I'm going to be a father.
And isn't that the narrative that once you become a parent,
Yeah.
solves everything?
Oh,
Your
yeah.
life changes
Forget
forever?
everything.
Yeah.
Forget everything. You're a parent now. This is your whole thing. You can latch onto that completely. You could just be a dad.
Sure. I'm not saying
Nothing
that.
wrong with that.
Yeah, I'm not saying that in a condescending way. I'm just saying, like, if you're in that state, it makes sense to think, because that is the narrative, like, I think we're told as non-parents, is once you're a
Absolutely.
parent, your whole life changes.
And that's
in a way you
that's
didn't
like
expect.
the philosophy, and where we don't get along the most is like, I mean, we don't have anything in common, me and my ex-wife. But like
Sure.
the biggest thing by far is her idea that like me pursuing anything that's not living
Right. That's
next
not
to her, or like
and
not
then
for my daughter, 100% for my daughter. Anything that I'm not doing that's 100% for that, oh, it means I'm a bad person, and like it means that I'm not a good
which
person.
is
That's a lot of pressure to put on a kid too.
if you were if you were my friend at the time telling me this, not that you're not my friend now,
yeah.
but in that moment, I would say that's toxic.
Oh, so toxic.
You know what I mean?
So toxic,
I would say
dude.
that, yeah.
And like now, and she's even admitted this to me now. Like, she once told me, like, I know that our daughter is my whole world, and maybe that's not the healthiest thing. She admitted that to me in like a state of lucidity at one point.
Yeah.
And it's not. It's definitely not the healthiest thing. And my daughter has told me, like, as she's come out here, she's like, "Oh, I'm worried about mom. Like when I get older, I worry about like when I leave the house, is she gonna be okay? And like it's a lot of pressure to put on a
That
kid.
is a lot of pressure to put on a child.
And she really, I really believe this like completely wholeheartedly, that not only is her mother, I think she's doing a fine job because she has her family's all there in Phoenix.
Yeah.
And things are going to be all right for my kid because of that like big support network. But like, I don't think she is a good person, my ex. Not only, it's like I go between she's just a bad person or just completely like mentally unwell.
Sure.
And I think she's both. I think she's a combination of both of those things. But there's one thing that is unifying, and that's her hatred for me and how much she hates me. She hates me so much. She hates my family. She hates anything that I do.
Yeah.
And that's like where the relationship got to. So we decide.
Right. So you guys. So this was planned that you guys were going to have a kid.
Yeah. So we go up and have this kid, and I'm failing out of college still. And I think I tell my parents. I don't tell my parents until it's too late.
So okay. So now you make the decision with this person. Let's have a baby.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You don't consult any of your family.
I don't consult any of my family. I don't tell anybody. I don't tell anybody. You're just like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. I'm a man. I'm going to be a man. I want to be an adult. I want to be respected as an adult.
Right. And the way to do that is by having
this
a kid.
This is how I can do it.
Yeah.
And I remember I told my parents that I was going to support her through the pregnancy, and they were like, "Oh, we're mourning the loss of your life." That's what they told me, like over the phone, and like they were like, "We're mourning the loss of your life," and my dad just sent me a picture from 9 years ago.
Just now?
Yeah.
Whoa. Which is like the period we're like talking about, right?
Yeah. This is me, right here.
Oh,
9 years
dude,
ago.
You're a baby.
And this is me with my baby as a baby.
Oh my God.
And this is the low point.
Okay, so just for the listeners, because I don't know if we can show on camera. If you're comfortable, you
I
show
don't
it on
mind.
camera.
Taylor.
Another reason to go follow us on YouTube. Go
subscribe. Follow this guy.
So for the people listening on Spotify, the way I would describe your hair in that photo is Justin Bieber circa when he was like 15.
Yeah, 15-year-old looking kid.
And you look so young.
So
dude.
young.
I wouldn't even think that you look in college and you're holding your daughter.
Oh, I'm holding a baby.
Yeah, and you're
holding
that
a
daughter.
whole fucking baby.
So your parents tell you they're mourning the loss of your life over the phone.
Yes, they tell me that before she's born. And I move from Tucson, Arizona. I decide I'm going to do online school.
Okay.
And
you had dropped out of college at this point?
Well, I switched colleges. I switched from the University of Arizona in person to Arizona State University online. I only had like a couple semesters left that I had to complete.
Sure. So it's like, let's just finish up the degree.
I finish up the degree. I'm going to be a father. I'm going to like whatever. And so we moved from Tucson, Arizona to Prescott, Arizona, which is the middle of fucking nowhere. It's some bumfuck town where the ex is from, and that's where my daughter was born.
Right. And you've seen the world at this point. So
I know what the fuck a bumfuck fucking town looks like.
So.
And I'm really not. She's like 6 months pregnant. I get 2 jobs. I'm working 2 jobs. I'm working a graveyard shift at a hotel, and I'm working as a multimedia instructor for the elderly at a Salvation Army.
What does that entail?
I teach them how to use Microsoft Word.
Okay, sure.
Office, whatever. But I would go from graveyard shift to that. And then on top of that, I'm supposed to be like, while I'm in the graveyard shift, I'm supposed to be finishing up my college.
Right, yeah.
It was too much. It was too much for me to handle. I couldn't do it. I couldn't handle the stress. I couldn't handle the load.
Well, by the way, when you're 21, your brain isn't fully formed yet. You're working 2 jobs. You're trying to take care of your pregnant wife at this point. Were you married?
Yeah. So that's the other thing. She's like maybe 8 months pregnant. Or no, 7 months pregnant, and we decide we're gonna get married. And like to me, like that's just the dumbest thing I've probably ever done. But like we got married in her backyard, in her parents' backyard. I didn't invite my parents.
They didn't come.
I didn't even invite them because she didn't like them. She thought they were completely against us.
Sure.
So she cast them out, and I was like, "This is my new family. This is people welcoming me. This is my new family." All right, I casted my parents. We get married. And things to really start going to shit. I'm failing out of the classes. I'm not doing well. The stress is really getting to me. And then one day, my parents live in Phoenix, Arizona, which is like a 2-hour drive from where I live. They meet the baby. Things are okay. Things are fine. My dad gets me an interview for this internship in Phoenix at this like life insurance company.
Okay.
And I go through these rounds of interviews, and while I still have the graveyard shift job that I have to get back to that night. So we drive down to Phoenix for me to interview with these people.
Then
and
you drive
that
back
night
to
I have to drive back to do my job.
Yeah.
I need to keep my job. And I do the interviews, and I remember doing these interviews and being like, "Fuck, is this gonna be my life? This is my life now. This is what I've done. I've put myself in this, and now this is my whole life. And I don't want to. I don't want to live in Phoenix. I don't want to be a fucking life insurance guy. Like I don't want that to be my career.
Right, because you're and now I imagine too, as your whole growing up is cool guy.
Oh yeah,
that is not what
That's
cool
not
guy
a cool
does.
Guy. And also
yeah.
like this, and then it's like I'm confronted with, oh, I'm a father now, and I'm responsible for this, but like. What, I gotta live here? I gotta live in this place?
Right.
And so we drive back up after I crush these interviews. We drive back up to Prescott, and I take a nap before my graveyard shift. Oh no, I sleep through it. I don't wake up to go drive over to my fucking hotel, and I have like all these missed calls from my manager. I have all these missed calls.
Sure.
But I'm like so stressed, like, 'cause like I need to keep this job. I gotta keep this job, so I lie. And I say, hey, I'm in the hospital in Phoenix. And I forge documents. I forge these medical documents saying I'm in the hospital.
Because you had to keep the job.
Because I had to keep a job.
Yeah.
And they were like, oh, my God, it's okay. Take a week off. And we decide that in that week that we're going to leave Prescott and drive out to Portland, Oregon, where I'm going to try and get a job out there.
Okay.
Where none of our family lives. We have no support, nothing out there.
Right.
Just two idiots and a baby. We drive out to fucking Portland, and I get a job out there, and then I, quit, and we move to Portland.
All within that week.
I find a job.
Did you ever find out what happened with the internship, or?
I ghosted him. I fucking whatever.
Yeah, because you didn't want to be there.
I didn't want to do it.
Yeah.
And we drive to Portland, and I'm like, okay, this is my life now. I still, by the way, lying to my parents, saying I'm about to graduate college, which I'm not. And things are really bad. So we moved to Portland, moved to a suburb outside of Portland, and things are really, really not good. Things are probably as worse as they could get.
Yeah.
And she is completely toxic. She doesn't like me. She thinks I'm like hurting my daughter. She's like accusing me of hurting my daughter.
Like physically?
Yeah, physically abusing her, or like abusing her like sexually. It's like it's twisted, man. It's some twisted shit. And I was like, obviously I'm not fucking doing that. And I'm like literally.
And there's no basis for anything.
There's no basis. She's just paranoid and
yeah,
unwell.
Sure.
And I'm going to work. I'm commuting on this fucking bus every morning to like go to this shitty job where I'm making $17 an hour. And I would come home and I would be a father. I would be, this 21-year-old father. Then I would be with her and the baby, and things were really bad, and she would she always made me feel like guilty for everything that I did. I'm spending too much time at work. She's like hitting me up while I'm at work.
Yeah.
She's like, things are so hard for me over here, and she's not working at all. She's not doing anything.
Right.
She even gets a job at one point that she's a yoga instructor, and she gets a job where she can get free childcare for our daughter.
Sure.
And she quits the job because they were bitches.
Yeah.
That's how she was. That's
right.
She took no accountability for that.
Yeah.
And then she even took so much no accountability that she got all of her family to move out to Portland too.
So
all of her
support
family,
you guys.
yes.
Okay.
All of her family moves out to Portland. And we're starting to get separated a couple times. We move into a different place. We move to a different a townhouse. We move into a townhouse in Portland, which is great, which is exciting, and we think, oh, things are great now.
With the family?
With the family.
Okay.
No, the family is just living in some other
but
part.
they're okay.
But they're visiting us, and
Yeah.
we will go on a date night or whatever. And 22. I'm 22 now.
Yeah.
I'm 22 and I'm living in Portland. And when my my 1-year-old daughter is at our place, and so we start fighting. She's really unhappy. She's really, really unhappy.
Yeah.
She doesn't like her life. She thinks I sold her a bag of lies, which I guess, I failed out of college. I was a failure. I was working some dead-end job. I didn't have much prospects outside of that. So I get to a certain extent, the anger. But so we separate a couple times. She lives with her parents. I'm alone in the townhouse. And that was really tough for me.
Where
because,
was your kid? Was she with
She was
them?
with them, and like,
Yeah. Did you ever see her during
yeah,
that time?
I saw her during the
Okay.
time.
Yeah,
Like
but
I would
even
pick her
still,
up, and
it's-
like
yeah.
she would come by, and it was like all like there was no legal involved. It
Dude,
was just
and
like
you're
I was
22?
trusting her to like do this and that, and like,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
thought like, okay, I'm trying to win her back. I'm trying to get her back and get my daughter back in the townhouse. And
Yeah.
we separated a few times, and during that point of separation, I start seeing my psychiatrist, who I still have to this day.
Okay.
And I remember my first psychiatrist appointment that I had was right after my ex had moved back in to the townhouse.
Okay.
And so like to me, I was like, things are great. Yay.
Sure.
And I remember telling my psychiatrist, I was like, yeah, things are actually pretty good right now. And she was like, oh, that's interesting. Tell me more about that. And like I had at that point, I quit this other job and I was working online. I was doing customer service for an email marketing company.
Okay.
And I would work from home, but because I worked from home, my ex thought that I was just sitting at a computer all day doing nothing. And so she would leave my daughter with me and then go do whatever.
Mhm.
And her argument for that was like, oh, you're not doing anything. Of course you can do this. She started nannying this other kid that came by. So we had 2 kids in the house where she's nannying one of them. I'm pretty much taking on the responsibility of being a parent to my daughter
Right.
throughout the day while I'm supposed to be working, while I'm supposed to be doing customer service. Things are really bad. It's not going well. And I'm in my psychiatry. I remember like my ex had expected me every morning to wake her up with fresh cup of coffee. She expected me to get up before her and make her a cup of coffee and take care of everything in the house. She expected me to clean. She expected me to cook, because her argument is like, oh, I'm a martyr. Every day I'm working here. Every day is tough for me. You don't understand. I'm a mother.
Right.
So you have to do this, this, and that. And I remember my psychiatrist was like, you're infantilizing her. She's
Yeah.
making you infantilize her. She can take care of herself. I start to realize a lot of the toxic patterns that are going on in this.
Sure. So this is like your first real wake
Yeah.
up.
Oh, yeah. And like,
Were you? Because before this, I assume you're feeling a lot of guilt.
oh, all guilt.
Yeah.
That's how my whole life is like, I'm all guilt operate. It's all, I feel bad. I feel that she's right. She is a mother. I totally screwed up her life. I totally fucked our lives up. And then I decide, with psychiatry that like, I'm going to go back to school. Back to school. And before this, I'm working this email marketing job, this customer service. And I remember I had someone hit me up on the chat platform who's having issues. And this was a customer that was like always having problems and always being so rude to whoever was helping her.
Sure.
And I was not in a mental, like she had just moved to her parents' place. Again, my ex had moved in with my daughter to her parents' place in Portland.
Permanently?
So I'm alone. Yeah, and my plan is to like, I guess in a couple months I'm going to move out and live with them.
Oh, I see. Okay. So no more townhouse. You just
No
live
more
with them.
townhouse. I'm just
Yeah.
going to live with them,
Sure.
and we'll figure that out. And I remember I'm getting hit up. I'm getting pretty much badgered by this woman over this chat platform who's saying like, I'm a piece of shit and I suck at my job and that I can't help her for shit and that she's losing all this money because of me and it's all my fault. And I started doing some digging. I looked her up online and I found out she was a doctor, and she claimed that she was a doctor of psychiatry, or doctor of she's a hypnotist. She said she was a doctor of like physics, but she was
Okay.
just a hypnotist and like a shitty, whatever this thing that starts with. What's the thing that starts with a P? That's not anything.
Not psychiatry, psychology?
No, not psychology either. It's not psychology, not psychiatry.
Pseudoscience?
It's,
No.
I mean, pseudoscience for sure. But anyways, I start reading these reviews on her website and on her Google reviews. That
Wait,
like,
I'm so sorry. This is for the psychiatrist you're seeing?
no.
This is
This is the person that's badgering me on the internet.
and it's a
who
repeat
I'm supposed-
customer.
Repeat customer
Okay.
who's being really rude to me.
Yes.
I'm alone in the townhouse.
Okay.
I'm working from home, and she's fucking being so super rude to me.
Yeah.
And I find her website, and I start to just read some reviews, some Google reviews.
Yeah.
That like, this person's a terrible person. My friend had one appointment with this a psychic.
Psychic. Thank you. Okay.
My friend had one appointment with a psychic, and she was so rude to her and made her feel really awful, and has always been rude. And then I'm like vindictive, and like my ex also an idiot, susceptible to all this fucking bullshit of like psychics and
Oh
woo-woo
my
shit.
God.
And like I'm relating that to that. I'm like, this is the reason that my fucking ex sucks. And like she thinks that like, you know, vaccines cause autism. She fucking showed me in like the 2 months before that, she shows me this documentary that she finds from some Facebook mom group that's like literally with RFK Jr. in the documentary way before COVID. And he's like, vaccines cause autism. and it's like, and then like the head guy is like some fucking guy that got kicked out of like this huge school of medicine for saying that vaccines cause autism, because that's a fucking lie. And then like, so that's who she was. She was really into like, do your own research. You got to do your own research.
So was this customer service woman a psychic hired by your ex-wife?
Oh, imagine. No.
Oh, damn. That's why I said, oh my God. By the way, in the movie version of this, that's yes. Absolutely a link.
No, I just thought that like this psychic lady was like just a fucking person. I was so pissed off because like this is the reason that the mother of my child is like how she is who she is. I was equating the two.
Sure. It's, yeah.
And I star 69er from my cell phone.
What does that mean? Oh, that's no caller ID.
Yeah.
Sure.
And that only works if you're calling another cell phone.
Oh, no.
So.
Did you know that at the time?
No. So I call her.
I did not either. So
I call her, and I don't even leave a message that's like inflammatory. I don't even like say anything. I don't even like start cussing her out.
Yeah.
I said, I think this is almost verbatim. I was like, I put on a fake voice. I star 69er, and I put on a fake voice, and I was like, oh yeah, like this is how I spoke. My friend said that they went to you and like that said that you're like a really mean person, and you should stop doing that because like you're really hurting people's feelings, and it's not good to like put that energy into the world, and you should really maybe think about that and maybe, you know, stop being so mean to other people. So, all right, bye.
What was your end goal with that message?
I don't know, man. I was just like so.
You just had to get it out.
This woman was like so rude to me that I was like, and she sucked.
Yeah.
I was just like, I need to like.
You were like, you had to get back in some way.
Some way.
Yeah.
And then the chat's still open. And then she says, I get a call. I got a call back from the number.
Oh, terrifying. Yeah.
Horrifying.
Oh my God.
And I didn't answer. And it went to voicemail. And what does my voicemail say? Hi, this is Trevor Liberty. Leave a message. And so she's like, Trevor. She sends me a chat. She says, Trevor, did you leave me this terrible message? And I was like, no, could have been me. Wasn't me.
No, listen to the voice. It's not me.
Yeah, it's not me. You want me to record my cool voice?
You want to hear a cool guy?
Yeah, you want to hear a cool guy talk? Good one. No, so then immediately I tell my manager what happened.
Yeah.
Because and then I get fired immediately.
Yeah, that's
'cause obviously right. And I remember in that moment I was like, "Fuck, I really have done it now. There's no chance of me getting back with my child's mom because now I really fucked it up."
Yeah.
And I remember like sobbing and being really sad that I really screwed things up and I got my life to this spot and like
you're alone in the penthouse at this point.
I'm alone at the townhouse, not a
townhouse. Sorry,
it's a townhouse, no pent, all town,
all down.
And
cool guy down.
I was like, I had to call my ex-wife and let her know. I called my parents first, and I basically told my parents. All the lies that I told him over the years about me failing college, about me doing drugs, about even me having a tattoo. I didn't know about a tattoo. I like completely like confessed all of my sins to my parents. They're like,
so you're completely broken.
I'm completely broken.
Yeah.
I need somebody. I need my parents who are great and they're in my corner completely, and they're like, you got to get back in school, and you know, like maybe think about that.
Wow.
And you got to figure some shit out.
Wow, good on your parents for still being there, man.
Oh
wow.
yeah, dude. They have some issues, but. They were there for me for sure in like the lowest times, and I start driving for Uber and Lyft for like a year, and in that same year I go back to community college, and my parents are like, we're not going to help you through college again. You have to figure this out on your own, and like, you know, you did this to yourself, and out of print they could have very well helped me, but they didn't, for good reason, because they needed to teach me a lesson.
Yeah.
And I'm also in psychiatry, and like I'm talking to my psychiatrist all the time, and I basically hatch a plan to like get out of the situation with my ex. I get, you know, we go and I'm in my freshman year. I'm taking like the lowest college classes possible. I'm in like a community college. My goal is to like, okay, I'm going to do computer science. I'm going to become an engineer.
Sure.
I'm going to provide a good life for my daughter, and that's all I'm going to do. And I do Uber and Lyft, and I work as a peer advisor. So I like help people like, you know, figure out a major, lost people that are in community college, figure out a major. And my ex was not happy that I was like doing school full time and not working full time.
So you are.
So I'm 23.
23 now. You're still living in the townhouse.
I am still living in the townhouse.
And your mom and daughter are with their family.
The mother and the daughter, they're with the family in Portland. And my ex, the mother of the child, she is not happy that I'm choosing to go back to school.
Right.
She's not happy because it's not immediate. She thinks I should have a full-time job where I'm making X amount of money to support her and the baby. And instead, like, my goal is like, hey, like, this is delayed gratification. I'm going to work my ass off, and I'm going to get a degree. And I'm going to be able to provide for my daughter for years to come after that. And she couldn't see that. She didn't understand.
Right.
And so finally, like, we decide that we're going to get I decide that with my psychiatrist and my parents that, like, I'm going to get divorced. And I need to get away from this.
Yeah.
My daughter is not even 2 years old. Maybe she's 2. And it's like, this is the time. Maybe she's 2. And I say, hey, we've tried. It's not happening now. While our daughter is so young, while she doesn't remember having any memories, like, let's get divorced so she doesn't grow up and, you know, think otherwise.
So there's at least some kind of normalcy.
Right.
Around
Let's just, like, obviously this is a bad idea for us to be together. It's not working out, so let's do it. And she doesn't want to do it. Okay. She wants to get back together.
Yeah.
And my parents at that point had moved to Washington to be closer to me and the baby. And I tell my ex that I'm going to go up to my parents for the weekend, and then when I come back, I'm going to file for divorce. And as I'm driving back down from Washington to Portland, she calls me on the way, and she's like, hey, I already filed. Just to do it before me. Yeah. Just to, like, have, like, the good graces of the court.
Right, right.
And she starts doing, like, that's who she is.
Is that typically how it goes, that you get the good graces of the court if you file?
Oh, yeah. It's like...
Oh, well, that also makes sense. I mean, she's...
The petitioner and the respondent, right? The narrative.
Yeah, the narrative also makes sense.
Throughout this process, I'm like, whatever, fuck you. Like, okay, whatever. As long as we're getting divorced, it doesn't matter to me. Like, I need to get away from you. Right. You're an awful person. I don't want to be near you.
Yeah.
We start co-parenting. She wants to stop the divorce process several times. I even find her Reddit account where she's asking other people, hey, how do you stop a divorce process? Because she filed.
Well,
she wanted
she's
to, like,
doing
back
her
out.
own research,
right?
No, I'm just...
Sorry. No, she's an idiot. She's so dumb.
That's...
Just like really just not. She thinks she has the Dunning-Kruger thing where it's like she thinks she's the smartest person in the room at all times.
Sure,
but she really is just not.
Yeah.
And she just is like has no impulse, and she's so angry at me. Whatever. She basically. So we go to court. Finally, and the divorce is well underway. My daughter's with us in the courtroom. She's like coloring while the judge is like delivering orders. The judge starts asking her, like, hey, what's the cost of childcare? What's the blah, blah, blah? And she thinks the judge, I'm not making minimum wage because I'm working part-time. I'm doing Uber and Lyft. And so you can only get charged a certain amount of child support up to the minimum, which is minimum wage, 40 hours a week. She thinks the judge is going to sentence me to having a regular full-time job. She thinks the judge is like going to be like, all right, Trevor, you're sentenced to get a full-time job within X amount of days. That's not how that works.
Right, right.
So she's pissed off. She thinks going in the courthouse that, like, she's going to come away with, like, this huge amount of money, but I'm paying the minimum because, like, I have no job. I'm trying to fucking go back to school here.
Right.
I'm trying to, like, I'm doing Uber and Lyft. I can only make so much money doing that, you know. And so she's pissed about that. She's pissed that I'm in school. And then we start co-parenting. I see my daughter for like half the time, a little less than half the time every week.
Okay. For
about, a year and some change, maybe 2 years, up until my daughter's 4. And I get an internship. I graduate from community college with straight A's. I get into the university, Portland State University. I'm doing super well in all my classes. I make my own app. I'm doing all the steps to get my super
Right.
great job that's going to lock my, future in. And I get an internship this is in 2019. I apply to an internship while I'm still, finishing up college. I apply to an internship at a company in Washington, in Seattle, and I get the internship. This is right before COVID. And I
Right.
think that means next summer I have to go live in Seattle and work at this internship.
Right.
And I knew that would be an issue for my ex. I knew she would have an issue with that. And so, like, the friends that I had in Portland at the time, they actually had worked for some family lawyers. And so I secured some lawyers. And the draft, we set out a plan to have me go up to Seattle, and then every weekend I would drive down. And that was the offer I was trying to make.
How long was the drive?
It's like a 2-hour drive.
Oh, it's not bad. Okay.
It's not so bad. Maybe 3. But I would do that.
Oh, then you can't do it.
I would do that, right? And like,
Yeah. But
and
you were
she-
still making a clear effort to see your daughter.
yeah,
and
and then this is before COVID, right? This is
Right,
right before COVID.
Yeah.
So I ended up not having to go at all. The internship was completely virtual.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
But
so you stayed.
So I stayed in
Okay,
Portland, but
yeah.
the message was out there, and then she came back with, "Oh, I'm just going to move to Phoenix. I'm going to take our daughter and move to Phoenix."
Even though you were able
Even
to
though that was her response. Her response was like, "I'm going to move to Phoenix." And I was like, "No.
stay. Right.
No, you're not.
It's like you're here.
You're here.
Yeah, you
don't
can't
get
just take
you
your
don't
daughter.
get to just do that."
Right.
And so we fight. Our lawyers are talking to her lawyers. My lawyers are like, "She can't just do that." So no matter what she says, she can't just do that. And it basically gets to this point where it's like, I'm picking up my daughter one day and for my parenting time. And she says, in the car, she's 4, she says, "Dad, why won't you let us move?" And I'm like, what am I supposed to say to that? Am I going to really keep fighting this? Am I really going to keep fighting this? And then my ex is like, "Can we just meet without lawyers and talk between two of us?" It's like a last ditch effort to make some arrangement. And we meet in person. I'm not succumbing to any of her demands. And she basically paraphrases to me that if you don't let us move, I'm going to make your everyday hell for you. And I was like, okay, that with my daughter saying, "Why won't you let us move?" It's starting to have more impact. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And so I let them move, and
That must have been so painful.
oh, it sucked, dude. I also was in the middle of COVID, and so I'm all alone, and graduating college. I'm doing the internship. I get a return offer for after college.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna move to Seattle, and things are great, but my kid lives down in Phoenix, and all I did was I was a dad, and then I was a student, and I was going to be an employed person, and now I'm going to be a father. And so I moved to Seattle because Seattle is the same as Portland, distance-wise, to Phoenix. And so I moved to
Oh, I
Seattle.
didn't know
There's
that.
no
Wow.
issue with me moving to Seattle. And I worked for a year, and then I met Tori, and
You met her in Seattle?
I met her while she was on a business trip to Seattle.
Back to cool guy.
Back to cool guy. And then I start coming out here. She lives out here.
Tori lives out
Tori lives out here.
here. Yeah.
I get a job that allows me to move out here.
Sure.
A lot of back and forth with lawyers, blah, blah. And, now I'm here.
Wow.
Yeah.
And your daughter's on the West Coast still.
She's living in Phoenix, and she's 10. She's going to be 10 this year.
Be 10.
It's crazy.
What is your relationship like with her now?
I think it's great. I
That's
think
good.
it's taken me a long time to not feel so guilty about just not living next to her and
Sure.
going off and trying to achieve something or achieve this passion or whatever. I finally have accepted that I am a good father. I finally have accepted that what I'm doing has purpose and has meaning, no matter what my ex throws at me or what she
Sure.
says about me. And no matter how much she disparages me to my daughter, which she does relentlessly,
I'm sure.
my daughter still loves me and has a
Yeah.
relationship with me. Just over summer, I'm with my daughter for 5 weeks. It's the longest we've had since all of this has went down, since she moved back to Phoenix.
Oh, dude, my heart's breaking for you.
So
Wow.
and then I remember one day my daughter is like, Dad, I feel like you try and like make my world like this, and Mom tries to make my world like this.
Wow.
And so like clearly something's working. So, clearly I have done the work to maintain a relationship from afar with my daughter.
Yeah.
And my daughter is always protecting her mother. She's always being like, one day she was like, can I tell you something, Dad? And I was like, yeah, you can tell me whatever. She's like, I like Mom more than you. And I was like, okay. Is that supposed to hurt my feelings? She's like, no, I'm just letting you know. And I'm like, okay. That makes sense. You live with her.
Yeah.
Do you like being with me? She's like, yeah. I'm like, okay, great. That's all it is. And when my daughter's with me, it's like we're having the best time. She's having a great time. Having an awesome time. And then the second she goes back, actually, Mom, it was the worst time. I couldn't go a second without you. I couldn't be without you for a freaking second.
Is it that she's purposely
Yeah,
lying?
yeah. She,
Oh.
I think she's doing it as a way to make my ex feel better because my daughter is having a great time. Like
Yeah.
I just talked to her on FaceTime yesterday. And I don't know what it was. She was like, I'm sorry, I forgot. We were so busy having fun all the time there. I'm like, yeah, you're right. We do have a great time. But now my ex is starting to like, I guess she's dating a new guy. I'm hoping that things are like great between them. My daughter started talking about this guy. I hope he's like a good person.
Sure.
And I hope that it means that my ex is going to lay off hating me so much.
Yeah.
Because she hates my guts.
Well, I'm sure also too, just from like what you've described, it's difficult because you're also battling the narrative about you that she's telling your daughter.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah.
Every time I'm with my daughter, it's like, and I'm under heavy scrutiny, and the relationship between them, I think, is unhealthy.
Your daughter and
Yeah, like she still sleeps in her bed.
Oh wow, at 10.
Yeah, that's the normal response.
Yeah. it's
That's
probably,
normal response.
It's probably a verbatim at 10.
That's normal response. And that what she said was, and we just literally started talking about this, and like Tori's also getting involved. I said, she said she still sleeps. She said she told us that she still sleeps in your bed sometimes, which may have something to do with some of the difficulty she has around sleeping when she's with us.
Yeah.
And then she says, we love to snuggle on weekends sometimes. It's not healthy. I think it's not healthy. The bottom line is the parenting philosophies
Are very different.
are opposite.
Yeah.
How I parent is like, check it out. There's a whole world out here. She both treats my daughter like she is an adult best friend and also completely incapable of doing anything without her. It's a tough situation.
No, it is, and it's not. I want to be like very careful. Again, we can cut anything.
You're
want.
good.
I want to be like
put
very.
the whole thing out there.
Yeah, I appreciate that. So
Yeah.
Again, thank you for being so generous and just sharing all this.
Yeah.
I'm only talking from like my perspective and how I would feel, and I'm not saying this to make you feel bad, or if it brings up negative feelings, I'm sorry, and we can move on.
Yeah,
but
fuck you.
I would be so heartbroken at the situation in that case because I would feel that I would have no control over what it is I can do. So like my question to you is like, how have you coped with that? Is it where you're just accepting the things that you can control and just doing the best you can in that realm?
Just doing the best I can, man.
Yeah.
And
it must take a ton of patience because we've had a friend say this too in settings where it's like you have to also trust that like when she grows up,
right,
she'll understand.
That has helped a lot too. And meeting people
Yeah.
that have had similar situations growing up.
Oh, that must have been really
Finding out
yeah.
about that makes me feel so much better about all
bet,
this because
yeah.
that just seems like where it's headed.
Right.
You can only like, I always think like, yeah, I think it's personally like a really unhealthy situation for my daughter over there. I don't know, like if she was living with me, she'd be having a completely different childhood and finding out completely different things, and she'd be watching a fraction amount of television that she watches out there. But she'd be like, I don't know. She also doesn't have friends that she sees that often.
Mm-hmm.
I think she spends way too much time with her mother, and I think how she reacts and interacts with her mother is not healthy and not sustainable as she's going to grow up and have more independence. As my daughter becomes more independent, I think there is going to be a major struggle between her and my ex. Because
well, especially when she becomes like a teenager.
Once she becomes cool.
Oh, dude, cool guy, cool
Cool
daughter.
guy, cool daughter. She's so funny too. She's hilarious.
Your daughter?
Yeah, she's going to be a great stand-up comedian one day.
Yeah,
she's going to crush it. She's going to do a great job.
You guys could tour.
Yeah, we
It'd
could.
be so fun.
She I have this joke where I say this affirms, I think, like why I feel like another affirmation of why things are just fine.
Yeah.
Maybe because my daughter just can't understand at this point too, but like I have this joke where I say my ex was anti-vax before COVID, a true OG. She would always tell me that vaccines cause autism, and I would be like, bitch, how many vaccines did you have today? Or like, like something like that, where I didn't say bitch. And my daughter, over the summer, she's like, yeah, Mom showed me one of your clips.
Wow.
And it was that clip where I'm, quote, being rude to my ex, or being rude about my ex.
Wow.
But like, a 8-year-old, 9-year-old is not gonna understand what the fuck any of that shit means.
Yeah, that's what. So,
but my ex is trying to show my daughter.
Right, it's like, look how
mean Daddy is to me.
Daddy is to Mom.
And I've never once, not even once, said anything negative or bad about my ex to my daughter, even though I could say 1 million fucking things that I detest about her, that I think she's a grotesque person, that I think she is mentally unwell, and that I think she's doing a disservice to our daughter every day that she keeps her in that environment. But I wouldn't say that to her.
Only publicly.
I would only announce that publicly and on stage. Because I really feel like that. And listen,
He's got this.
Listen, I think if you're watching this, which I'm sure you are, and I'm sure you're going to send me you're going to clip this up and maybe send this to me, but like, please, like, stop. You suck. I think that, but like, I don't think you have to suck forever. And I hope this new guy makes it so you don't hate me so much and that we're cool.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's going to happen until my daughter is 18. And that's all right. And I've made my peace with that. And let me tell you, man, it sucks a lot, but also like,
well,
I've been dealing with it for a long time.
You said something that was really interesting and really, I think I would struggle a lot, which is that you said you've accepted that you're a good dad.
Oh, yeah.
Again, I'm talking about by your own standards. Yeah. What was that process like for you? Because I feel like I would struggle with that a lot in the same way.
Well, there's a lot of guilt in like pursuing, something that's so like narcissistic, like stand-up comedy or whatever, right?
Sure.
Like,
so your thinking was
to
like,
me,
what
it was
am I
like,
yeah.
well, my daughter lives in Phoenix. Like, what are my options? My ex wants me to move next door. My ex wants me to move to Phoenix and live next door, and like that's what she wants my life to be.
Yeah.
And like, listen, that's not my life. I have to be okay with that. I have to make my peace with that. I already lived in Seattle. My daughter already lived in Phoenix. To me, moving to New York and pursuing something that's greater than like the shit that I'm doing now, like, or in addition to like being a responsible parent, holding down a job, holding down a career to like provide for my kid, like, it's just like another couple hours on a flight. Like the alternative is for me to move next. The alternative for me is to move to Phoenix and interact much more with the person that I despise. That wouldn't be healthy for my daughter to witness that so frequently.
Have you talked about that with your psychiatrist?
Oh my God, that's what we talk about all the time, man. We talk about that shit like every fucking time. And to be honest, like my couples therapist, my psychiatrist, like I'll tell them stories about like what she's done or how she behaves, and like she, by both of their accounts, is a quote evil person. And like that has caused a lot of like stress for me of like especially like a lot of commitment issues with Tori and like trust.
Sure.
But I was like, my trust is like my worry is that the person that I open myself up to is just going to turn out to be like the worst person
right.
of all time.
You're afraid that you're going to have to go through all that.
Oh
again.
yeah, and that's obviously that's not the case.
No, and having met Tori, I would never once think of her.
I know she's a great. She just texted me a bunch of times. She said she just crushed at this work conference.
Oh hell yeah.
She
rocks, man. Go follow Tori.
Yeah, Tori's great. She's
Honestly,
a Pilates instructor.
She's great.
She's teaching Pilates.
Marathon runner.
3-time marathon finisher, man.
Crazy. She's the best. She's still posting on Substack. I got so excited when I saw her posting on there.
But she should post on
fucking
Substack.
should.
She really should.
She's so
because
talented.
people that fucking enjoy that.
Please pass that on. I yell at you for posting those barking clips. I'm gonna yell at her for posting.
Dude,
on Substack.
I know. She's great, and I love her so much. And she's really like come so far in being like a stepmom, and having a relationship with my kid.
Was that a hard conversation?
So hard to deal with that.
It's another level.
It's also like for the longest time, for the first couple years of our relationship, she's like, "Oh, like your ex is just like that because she doesn't know me."
Oh,
she doesn't know me yet, so like, once she knows me, there's no way she's gonna behave like that.
What's so funny is again knowing Tori and how amazing and awesome she is. I totally get how Tori's experience is like. Oh my God, she's gonna love me. Everything.
I'm I'm super accomplished.
Yes. Like I don't know a person in my life who would not love Tori.
Oh, I know, dude. She's amazing. She's an amazing person. And
Taylor's in the other room. My fiance literally she's like, oh my God, they're talking about Tori.
I know, dude. And you guys are invited to the wedding. It's gonna be great. But it's gonna be.
You guys are invited to our wedding.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Let's go. Double mic tap.
Gay. Yeah, we're getting married, dude. Yeah, man. I remember it took her a couple years to be like, oh, like this woman sucks. And then there's also a certain level of like, oh, fuck, she really sucks.
Right.
She really, really sucks. So Tori has to accept that that's somebody I have to deal with for another 8 years.
Exactly. And by extension, she has to take that on as well.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And she does. And like, I got to show you some of these.
We'll talk off camera.
Oh, yeah. She's fully on my side, and it's like fully like, what the fuck? It's like always like, what the fuck? Why would she say something like that?
Yeah.
Why would she behave like that?
I really hope that it's a thing where your daughter gets older and then realizes like, oh,
Wouldn't that be the sweetest thing of all
that
time?
would be.
The ideal path, I think, is like that my ex.
You don't have a time limit or anything, do you?
No.
Do you have to be back?
No.
Okay, cool.
I'm hoping just that my ex like figures it out.
Yeah.
And grows up and moves on with her life.
Which I think is the healthiest thing after everything you've been through. Because the challenge here, right, is like you, and justifiably, have had so many opportunities to just be like, to be angry, and I'm sure you have been, right? But this is a good lesson, and we always end on advice. So maybe it's like, what is your advice? Because like to me, this is really, it's a story about really letting go. And
oh yeah, I mean, what's my advice? My advice. Oh, I think my advice is that like, no matter what you're going through, like, there is like a better time on the other side. Like, I know it's super cliche.
No,
but
not
like,
at,
no
no,
matter
not
like
at all.
what the lowest point is for you, like, there has been so many times in my life where I felt like it's all over. I have to restart again. It's so difficult. Things are so tough. Damn, I hate my life. I got on like an Adderall prescription because like I was so focused. I was so like I couldn't stop thinking about how shitty my life was, and that would take away from my ability to focus in class.
Wow.
Because I would start thinking about like, oh my fucking God.
Right, you're like,
what have I done?
Yeah.
And now I'm at the point where it's like, okay, I have done the things. I did the things. Yeah. Are they the best things? No, but I'm doing the best I can given the circumstances I've put myself in. And I don't know. I think what I would tell anybody is like, if you can find a way to like be 100% accountable for the actions that you take, then you're going to be fine.
Yeah.
because like I could blame everything that goes wrong on my ex. I could blame everything on her, and at the end of the day, like, I mean, you're responsible for your own destiny, man.
Well, I imagine too, that must have helped too, because like when you're sitting in class and you're looking at where your life is at, instead of blaming these external factors and getting angry, which I'm guilty of, even this week thinking like that in that way. When you accept that I've made these decisions, it must help you move forward.
It does.
Yeah.
It helps me think about it also helps me think about no matter what I'm going through now. I think my advice is to hit rock bottom. My advice is to get to the very absolute worst point of your life and really see how shitty it can get. Because no matter what you're going to go through after that, it's not fucking
Well,
bad.
you're going to be...
It's not
I
bad.
mean, you can literally go through anything.
I can go through anything. You can fucking shoot me. That's not going to be as bad as the fucking situation. I swear to God. Pull your pistol out and freaking shoot me, dude.
It's got superhuman strength.
Yeah, I'm superhuman strength, man. But, nothing will be as mentally awful than those periods, those years of my life. And hitting that has allowed me to, think about... It's not easy. Today I'm sad. Today I'm depressed or whatever, but I can logically know that that's not going to be how it is. Then look at me here.
Right.
I'm here. I'm having a good time. I was so sad today. I wanted to cancel on this. I was like I kind of just want to lay down and go to sleep all day.
I get it, dude.
But then you come out here and hang out with Matt Pena. You feel all better about yourself,
You hang
dude.
out, man. That's what it is.
So I think the message is no matter what, your life is not going to be as bad as mine during those 3 years. So it's going to be fine.
Trevor Liberty.
Dude.
Trevor, tell the people where they can find you.
Dude, you can find me on Trev Lib on Instagram, where I put up clips. There's no cadence. There's zero cadence to when I put up the clips. Sometimes I'm doing it a week. Sometimes I'm doing it every week. Sometimes I'm doing it every other month. But you can catch me on McDougal Street. I'm barking. I'm selling tickets. That's it. That's my plug, dude. That's it. Dude.
This was great.
What a great time.
This is Trevor Liberty. A third and final mic tag.
Matt Pena, the
You're
fucking
man.
goat, dude. This has been great, man.
I love this episode.
Yeah.
And here's to hoping we left you a little higher.
All right. Fuck yeah, dude.
We did it.
What a sign off, dude.